Hello again, everyone. This is Game Collector, and this week I have with me Transformers Generations Shockwave from Transformers Fall of Cybertron. And I got this guy, and I've got to say I felt disappointed when I didn't, considering I had to go to a Walmart to get him instead of going to a Meijer. For those of you who don't know what a Meijer is, think of it as a Walmart that isn't so nasty. And also, I could have gotten him for $12.99 instead of $15.49. My gripes aside about his price tag, I'm going to go bring up his box and show you what his box looks like, while he's not inside of it. So move him off to the side there, and raise this up. And there's the front of the box with a cap of his vehicle mode from the video game. And then at the top of the box, there's a big picture of him. And on the side it says Decepticon Series 1, Number 3. And then on the back, you have that glorious G1 style line, save for the fact that it does not have you don't have to put the little red paper on there. But let's see. I like these and I hate these because I have to figure out where they go. His strength is an 8, his intelligence is 10, his speed, and he's supposed to be a jet, by the way, is a 5. Whoa, you're not seeing any of that. Yeah, that's an 8, that's a 10, that's a 5. That's a pretty slow jet. His endurance is a 7, rank 8, Courage 6, Fire Blast or Firepower is also a 10. And his skill is also a 6. Laser cannon included, yeah, big surprise. Cybertronian mobile artillery mode. No, he's a Cybertronian jet. They got that wrong. So very, very wrong. Whoops, turned the lens the wrong way. Yeah, he's a jet. If you've played War for Cybertron and got the first DLC pack and played Shockwave in either Escalation or used his multiplayer model, he's a jet. And that's his bio. Let me bring it in a little closer so you can read it. Okay, this implies behind his emotionless face. That implies that Shockwave has a face. Last I checked, Shockwave was a head with a singular eyeball. Not much of a face there. And you will notice on this box art that the stock image Shockwave actually has silver arms. The toy has black. With that out of the way, we get to the toy itself. And here he is with his other two available War for Cybertron comrades, Megatron and Soundwave, and this is just for a size scale. I do not have any of the Combaticons, but I plan on getting them. I plan on getting the G2 set for my childhood reasons, because I grew up during G2, unfortunately. Whether you consider that fortunate or unfortunate, either way, I got to see a lot of G1 stuff remolded and recolored, even if it was in neon. That little off shot aside, here he is. He doesn't really do much. Although a nice little, this is the peg from his gun. And I actually recently discovered this. He can be held by certain Transformers by that peg to make him into a giant gun. But in this case, movie Megatron, third movie version, you have to flip these down. And right here on that gun port, can peg in. And there, now he looks like something that's being transported to Area 51. And not much of him is hidden. Now, if you use the this as a hub point, you can connect him to Cybertron, Megatron, or Cybertron, Galvatron. I'm not talking about War for Cybertron. I'm talking about the Cybertron from Unicron trilogy. Eesh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, with those little tidbits out of the way, I'm going to transform him into robot mode. And I'm kind of scared to do that sometimes. Fold these down, and yes, this is fake kibble. The front part, that's not actually his gun, because his gun is right here. And on mine in particular, the barrel doesn't like to stay on very snugly. Though there's a reason it comes off, and you'll see once he's fully in robot mode. You unpeg those, and the camera is out of focus. Yeah, those little pegs go into those little holes right there. Oh, pardon me! Wow. That little hole right there will serve another purpose later. So now you split these and rotate them into place. And make sure to rotate the wings up or back. And just pull these down for now. Fold this about halfway up. And yes, he has even more fake kibble. I will show that to you after I move his gigantic, does not want to stay together gun off to one side. Right here, it appears to be Shockwave's head. That's a lie. That's his real head. And before I push it down, I'm going to put the leg panels into position. Now, these leg panels would tab in here, as you can see. But when you rotate them, they tab in there. Come on. There we go. And those are his legs. Now for his head. Dramatic head reveal action! And that's it. And then you just plug the shoulders into the torso. And last, you can either fold out one hand or both hands. There's a reason for this. Now, I'm going to show you, his gun actually has 3 configurations. 4, technically. Little peg here, And he can hold it like a gun. He can hold it like a gun, or anyone else with the 5mm peg can hold it like a gun, considering that it's a DLC weapon for the game anyway. Fall of Cybertron, that is. There he is, holding it like a gun, or you can detach it, and when he has both arms, you can... Remember that hole? You can plug it in, and now he has a jetpack. Camera really doesn't want to put him in focus because of how dark the shade of purple he is. And he does have a light-piped eye. As you can see, just push the light in there. And it does have a really neat glow when it's working, and me without a flashlight, obviously. But the other version of his gun, which is more appropriate, you fold in either one of his arms, and then that rectangular peg will fit right in that little hole where his fist would be, and that gives him his signature gun arm. And now, with this sliding off, it turns into the minigun from War for Cybertron, the 3-barreled one that spins really, really fast. Or it can be like a giant 3-fingered claw hand or something. Prong hand, have at you, or whatever. And this giant barrel here can actually, if you use this center piece, can still store on his back, which is real nice. And no, the giant gun arm does not restrict his posability in any way, although, seeing as that it's on a ball joint, I'm afraid that his arm is going to eventually go limp, like another Transformer's legs. Yeah. Anyway, pardon me. His shoulder, he can go up at the shoulder and even rotate the shoulder all the way around 360 degrees. Not going, well, yeah, going to show you. And he does have a swivel joint there, but it only goes in and out. And that's mostly due in part to his transformation. His elbow is on a ball joint, so it moves around pretty nicely. He has no waist joint, but he does have a thigh joint and knee swivel and your basic standard knee joint. And I suppose you can call that a toe joint. The head can only turn 360 degrees. You can't make him look up or down. But considering this is Shockwave, the only way you'd want him to be looking is down, because that's how he looks at everyone. And while this toy is from War for Cybertron, or Fall of Cybertron, this also represents Shockwave in the G1 More Than Meets the Eye comics from IDW and I Cannot Talk. So this toy actually represents two different Shockwaves. Though, with the way the aligned continuity is, the continuity isn't all that aligned, because this is also supposed to be Transformers Prime Shockwave, which I do not understand how that works, because he is a tank. Even in the episode that Shockwave appears on Transformers Prime, he looks like he's a tank. And that's before they fled to Earth. For something that's supposed to be one continuity, Hasbro can't get the continuity lined up. And that was just a... I'm sorry for that little rant, but I had to put that out there. So, either way, this is Fall of Cybertron or G1 Cybertron mode Shockwave. Oh, there's that eye. Oh, yes, I completely missed that, but you can also... You know what, screw it, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to transform him back into vehicle mode, just to show you this one little extra. You can kind of... I'm not sure if I showed any of this. No, I haven't even done a review for this Megatron yet, so this is going to be completely new. Maybe I'll do a review for him later. Who knows? So, transforming him back into vehicle mode. No, you don't want to do that yet. Just like you can mount him on the movie Megatron, you can also mount him on the War for Cybertron Megatron, though it is a little bit different. And it's quite funny, I suppose, considering you'd think they wouldn't do something like... They obviously would not do something like this. This is just a little Easter egg I wanted to throw in, because... Yeah, there we go. Ah! He does not want to stay together now. No problems before review, plenty of problems during review. This is how things go. Okay, there he is. And to get him from vehicle, this is the only time I'm going to show you a back and forth transformation. This is why the hinge joints are there on his elbows. Now, that aside, Megatron is a hover tank, and one of the alternate things you can do is fold up the hover pads, or his treads, and turn him into a gun platform. Now with Shockwave, with these little panels, which I suggest you leave splayed out if you're going to put Shockwave on him, becomes a launch platform for Shockwave. Or Shockwave becomes a really big gun for Megatron. He doesn't mount in there securely. It all relies on friction and weight, but I just wanted to show that because I thought it was silly. Pardon me. Throat is just really dry due to the really bizarre weather we've been having. Yeah. I hate you, Sandy. Granted, I don't live on the East Coast, but the weather still causes my body to go really goofy. Also, it's getting really cold and stuff is drying out, so there's that. And with all of that aside, this has been Game Collector, and I will see you all next week. Later!